don't deserve frickin' rights. Say it with me. Maps don't deserve rights. Maps don't deserve rights. Maps don't deserve rights. Why the hell am I even saying this? You know what? If this is the way I come back into YouTube, so be it. Hey, it is I, the Monkey Man. Lovely cup of tea. You know the fucking drill. Spilling that lovely cup of tea. Brown like lovely cup of tea. And we fucking out here. Sipping that shit. Only this is not tea. My mom gave me coffee. Anyway, I'm back. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Boys in dark mode over here. Jesus Christ, has a lot of shit happened since I left. Okay. Or at least left to the... Alright, so 2020 is basically like the year that everything goes wrong. January, World War III was gonna be a thing. Somewhere in January, I got broken up with in the most shittiest way. February, I'm poopy mode, and Corona's a thing. And I'm born in that month, which fucking sucks. I'm an Aquarius, baby. March, I don't... Who even pays attention to March? April's just a mess. All the drama, all the tea and everything. Holy fuck. Also, it is a month. That makes this year even worse. Apparently, maps are supposed to be accepted in the LGBT now. And if you don't know what a map is, no, I'm not talking about those maps like the thing that Dora the Explorer, the favorite eagle of everyone's fucking childhood, went to Zimbabwe with, or wherever this place is. I'm not talking about the maps you take when you're stuck on the M40 or something, or I don't know roads, I don't know fucking motorway slang, don't at me. Here's the thing, maps is basically the prance about version of pedophile. It's a prance about version because it's a prance about name. It's minor attracted person. Yeah, like those extra words, that extra fluff makes it any better. It doesn't. It just does. Just face you're a nonce. Those extra words aren't needed. That sort of abbreviation isn't needed. Why am I bringing them up? Why is it even a question? Why should I even make this video? Because Twitter is doing its thing again where it becomes poopy butt. It does this thing where it's actually somehow supporting a group of pedophiles.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
I don't get it. I mean, who does? Anyone with any sense obviously knows that pedophiles and freaking maps need therapy, not a fucking flag. Also, let me just say this. Why is that flag looking 10 times better than a straight flag? Like, what the fuck? Here's a straight flag. And you know, I get that there's no colors because we're not really part of the rainbow. I mean, that's what someone said. But then you got this flag, which includes them in the rainbow. Like, what the hell, man? Why is it? It actually looks good. It looks great. It's got a nice color palette. And for some sort of group that preys on little children, it does not make any sense, guys. Like, why? Why? You know what? There is an argument that people keep saying. It's shit like, you know, oh, thoughts on actions. And the fact that it's, like, not even a thing that you're doing. You're not doing anything wrong, am I right? You're not physically raping them. You're not physically, you know, touching them. You're just thinking about it, so it's obviously fine. It's totally just... Nah. No, that's not the case. You know, just because a person who's depressed hasn't killed himself yet doesn't mean they're not depressed. Just because I don't go on about freaking dogs all the time doesn't mean I don't go and scream and fangirl over Kermit the dog like it's Quackity. And just because you just think about sick shit doesn't mean you're not a bad person. You shouldn't be thinking those thoughts. It's the same with like shit like racism. If you got prejudice against people of certain races because you have, you know, a certain perspective on them, you have a certain opinion of them just based on their race, but you don't go to their houses and, you know, with a white mask or something, it still doesn't make you a not racist. It still makes you a racist. That's just the thesis. That's just the fucking... That's just the coffee. Cold coffee kind of tastes kind of shit, you know. Oh, fuck. That's the thesis. or coffee in my case. It's kind of simple. It's kind of like a, you don't need 2 fucking seconds to think about it. Obviously, these arguments, they're shallow. They're shallow and they have barely any basis, if any at all. They give this sort of argument that, you can't control these thoughts. These people can't control their thoughts, so you should be accepting of them. Here's my take on it. I'm not going to accept their actions. What they do is wrong. What they think is wrong. However, I do acknowledge that their thoughts are uncontrollable. Maybe they didn't force themselves to think that way. Maybe they just think of that instantly. And obviously, it's wrong. Still, no matter what you think, oh no, he thinks of that. You know what? Instead of encouraging him to get help, let's just go and make a whole fucking hashtag for him and his neckbeard buddies that prey on little children when they walk back from school with his fucking granddad's telescope. Cause you know what? That's what the world needs more than anything else. Right, guys? And there was this bloody idiot on Twitter. I can't find the screenshot. I don't know if I can, but I saw this idiot saying, oh, what, you're gonna say shit about gay people now because they can't control their urges? Fam, where does gay... Here's the thing. If you're gay, that means you like men, or you like women, or you like your own gender. It's simple, It includes people who are consenting. People who are of similar ages and not like fucking like 20 and 2. Yeah, I get you can't control your urges and shit, but that doesn't mean you should make a sexuality of preying over kids. There's nothing wrong with liking someone of the same gender. Of course, it has had some controversy because of religious reasons. Pedophilia is a completely different kettle of fish, though. It's you preying on kids and making them feel vulnerable, misusing their trust, all of that shit. It's you only looking at the kid as a certain object to do certain things too. Being gay, being lesbian, being straight, being whatever isn't just about that, okay? And it's not with fucking kids, alright? It's just not. One thing I do get though, is not completely dehumanizing them. At the end of the day, maps are humans. Minor attracted person. There's a person behind that. It's a person that's in a group of people. People are humans. That I can totally understand. Because at the end of the day, they got there because their psychology's fucked up. It's not a sexuality. Their head's literally just messed up. Whether it be from past experiences, whether it be something wrong with them just in general, whatever. Whether it be desperation or some messed up reason. They are humans. And there are some that are willing to accept that what they do is wrong and they get help for it. All the power to them to get help. Won't excuse what they've done in the past. If they get help, is good. And then it's just so weird because there's people like this fucker, Emily McMickenman, a fuckface, goes ahead and says it's fine to think of pedophilic thoughts and all that. It's not. It's just totally not. Like, when you make pedophilia a whole goddamn sexuality on its own, not only are you excusing the thoughts that pedophiles have, the actions that pedophiles do because of those thoughts, you're also going ahead and accepting them into a community that's well respected. And only a community that's well respected, you're making it normal. You're making it actually a valid thing to be. Pedophilia is not a sexuality, and I don't get why that has to be said. It's 2020. We shouldn't be this dumb. Yeah, they're really out here saying,
oh, it's a sexuality because you can't control the urges. That's how they feel. And that's, they're allowed to feel this, and they're all valid.
Let me just say this. Not everything that someone says is valid. It's not like as if you have to agree with what they say. It's not like you have to say that their opinion's valid. You know what? An opinion's an opinion. You're allowed to execute your right of free speech, but at the same time, you genuinely should not just go ahead and, lower your morals just so that other people can feel good, just so you can get some clout. Either that or just seem like a nice guy. Because really, if you're really supporting maps, you're not a nice guy. You're supporting pedophilia, you're supporting old people preying on kids, you're supporting freaking dirty grotty thoughts that are in people's heads. You're validating them, making them good in the heads of the pedophiles. And I think the last thing we need to make good is even on little children. I don't want to have my daughter, if I ever have a daughter in the future, go ahead and walk to school on her own and have some pedophile look at her ass to say, yes, I know she's 7, but hey, let me just I don't want that. That's just not good. That's just not nice. That happens everywhere in the world though, and I don't get why this thing. I'm bi-curious, alright? If I turn out to be bi by the next year. I don't want to go ahead and be in a group that accepts pedophiles into my goddamn group, okay? No one should. Like, why would you go ahead and put pedophilia up there with being gay? You know, being gay is fine. Preying on little innocent children makes the cacodemon look like an angel. I feel like a lot of the LGBT will not accept this. And you know what? I'm very glad. I'm sick of this belief where you can do anything you want, do everything and anything in the entire universe. You can do the worst things, but just because you felt like it, it's totally valid, sis. Go off, sis. No. It's not valid to go ahead and attack heterosexual people or cisgender people because you struggled with your gender or you struggled with your sexuality. I'm sorry that you've been through that, but it still doesn't make it valid to go ahead and attack people like, say, me or other people like my friends because you just felt like it. Just because you are trying to fight a fight that you feel is good. It's not valid to go call someone obese just because you felt like it. It's not valid to go and stuff your face and tell people that obesity is actually good for you because you felt like it. If you actually wanted to live longer, you gotta accept the fact that being 600 pounds, not being active at all, eating nothing but freaking fairy cakes till the day you die, which is probably the day you hit 24, it's not the best life. It's not the best way to live life. It's not the best way to get to the full potential of you. That's not to hurt you. That's just to say, you know what, maybe just calm down on them cookies so you can live longer. You shouldn't be making people feel good by giving them misinformation. Why would you go fully accept pedophiles into your life? Why would you do that? Why would you go and validate those opinions that, you know, kids are this, kids are that, kids are nothing but this, kids are nothing but that, when you know better? When you know better because you've actually got a good head on your shoulders. Let me see if I can go to this motherfucker's page. So, I don't even know how to say her name, but I couldn't give a fuck. She's saying shit like, you know, anti-maps are gross. Get help, maybe. And she says shit like it's okay to be a minor attracted person. She's not exactly going to get a lot of attention from her tweets about kittens and puppies. So you know what? Let's just go and advocate pedophilia. Let's just go advocate the exploitation of children, because you know what? That'll cause an uproar. Either that or she actually believes that. She's fucking dumb. I've seen how it could affect someone. I've seen how, like, you know, the lower half of sexual exploitation can affect someone. I'm re-recording this because the fact that last time I tried to speak, just thinking about how it affected someone made me cry. It made me burst into tears, and I don't want to show that on YouTube because I look dumb crying. I have an ugly crying face. I have an ugly crying sound. Okay? I sound dumb when I cry. This bitch just makes it out to be like these, like, people like me who want children to be safe are wrong. Yeah, you know what? Who cares about children? Who cares about children and their rights? Let's just go appeal to the rights of creepy weirdos that go onto the streets and only walk about just to peeve on kids. You know, they take their phones out and just take pictures of random children. I guess that, you know what, that's the sort of audience we should apply to. Just looked at the anti-map flag. Holy fuck, it looks good. Look at that. It looks like a motherfucking sunset. I was on a plane to Spain and I had a freaking photo. I can't show it right now because I don't know what it looks like, but that sunset looked just like this. Yo, I just checked. There's even a map that's out here saying that they don't want to be in the LGBT. What the fuck? So why is this even a thing? Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope that, you know, this video sort of brought some attention to the issue, because this is a big issue, a very big issue. Someone has to say it. I don't see any of the big YouTubers saying it. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you like my video, like the video. If you don't like my video, dislike the video and tell me why. I always want to approve. Share this video if you want. You don't have to, but what the fuck is my... You know, I've just realized my hands have been just doing this sort of shit all day. I don't know why. But yeah, oh, Kobe... Rest in peace. If you like this too, you may like the other content, but to be honest, this is a more serious video than usual, because I usually talk about freaking Gucci Crocs or something. I might do more videos that are a bit more serious, might do more ranty videos, I might just do my funny videos again, maybe just wanted to wanted to sort of bring this out because this is the thing I'm passionate about, and as much as I like to talk about expensive shit all the time, it'll get boring. I want to talk about shit with passion, baby. I'm gonna go now. It's boiling in this room. See y'all later.